What's up everyone and welcome back to another video. I am Mr. Blast and today we're taking a look at something a little different. I've never reviewed an actual model kit, but today we're taking a look at the Mega Man X or Rockman X, depending on what you want to call him. KOTOBUKIYA 1/12 scale full plastic model kit Zero. Now as you can see, this is the red version of Zero. Unfortunately, I'm just going to tell you guys right off the bat, this guy is long out of print. However, there is a Black Armor Zero on its way, if not already out by the time I get this video out. So basically, whatever applies for the red model should apply for the Black Armor as well. He's quirky. I like this figure, but at the same time I don't. He's really cool, but he's got some issues that I really want to point out to you guys before you decide to drop the money on this thing. They look really awesome when they're fully put together. I've got Zero and a couple of the different model armors from X as well. I also have Axel that just recently released, and I haven't built that one yet. So we'll get around to that. But first, let's take a look at Red Armor Zero, the OG. What he comes with, and is it worth it? Let's get him off that stand and find out. Alright, so now he's off the stand, and we're going to take a closer look at this figure overall. And I just want to say that while I love Mega Man X, I love Mega Man games, I love all that good stuff, there's some room for improvement on this guy. I think X is easier to maneuver. I think the biggest issue I have with the Zero figures is this long, beautiful, flowing hair, which looks really awesome on camera. And, I mean, this thing holds it up. This little ball joint here holds it up really well. This is a fully snapped together model kit. There is no glue required whatsoever. However, there are some parts that I wish I could glue, but I can't because it just, well, it takes away from the articulation of Zero. So, let's take a look at his head sculpt. It's really nice. You can panel line these action figures if you'd like to. I personally don't because I just don't. I just don't. I never have. I've got the tools to do it. Maybe I'm just afraid to do it and I'm going to mess up my figure. I don't know. Any of you Gunpla builders out there, model kit people, can give me a couple of pointers. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and anything you'd have to say about, you know, just don't be afraid. Just do it, man. But here he is up close. Like I said, this is a fully snapped together model kit. There are no stickers on this guy. There's no paint. It's all just colored plastic from head to toe. And yeah, he looks really awesome in hand. I will say, for sure, 100%. Zero is a fan favorite. And the fact that we're not just stuck paying for D-Arts. D-Arts made some really awesome Mega Man X figures, but they are really, really expensive, extremely hard to find. And if you do, you're going to pay a pretty penny for them. That's just how it is. And to my knowledge, I don't think we ever got a bootleg of those either. So don't even try to look for them. Just don't. Here's the backside of Zero. Again, he looks fantastic in hand. You can see he's got all the different colors on him. That beautiful flowing hair, which is actually hollow plastic. You can probably tell just by looking underneath here. There's just not much happening. It's sort of transparent. I don't really know if you can see that or not through the lens. But the other side, he looks really cool. You could add maybe a black wash to this and give it some more detail. This is how he fully looks out of the packaging and whatnot. His the little typograph here for the Z is actually stamped on here. This is not a sticker. The piece just kind of slides on there, and I'm not a huge fan of it because there's a weird like gap right here, and there's a gap on the back as well because the piece. Now I probably could have cut this a little bit better right there, but it still would have that gap here, and the piece just kind of holds in place with friction, and that's the case with a lot of these figures, especially Zero. Mine has that infamous the foot just comes right off. Like, this foot is terrible. It comes off all the time, and I constantly have to put it back in place if I want to pose it. I'm actually quite surprised it hasn't fallen off yet. Maybe I jinxed myself. I have no idea. But up close, same thing with the face. The eyes are stamped on there. Those are not stickers, which is really good. I'm so glad that that's the case. There's the torso. You've got the like crotch piece there. You've got the green plastic inside here, the little jewel pieces, which is really cool. They stay in place. If you take the feet apart, then yeah, they'll come out. But other than that, he looks really good. He looks amazing. I like this figure, but he's got a lot of problems, and I wish that maybe the engineering could have gone a little bit better for this guy. But that was Capcom's choice. Maybe Kotobukiya went to them and said, hey, we have these issues, and they're just like, whatever, just do it. But here's the back. I mean, look at this. You can actually hold his hair up. So it's crazy how good this piece is on the back that holds his hair up. The only problem is that it kind of gets in the way of posing because the hair actually goes past his feet. I'm not really sure if you can get that on camera, but you can kind of see that. See, like right now, it looks fine, but if you were to lean him back, it goes past his feet, which turns into an issue of posing him properly. At least in my case. I do not claim to be a professional figure poser, but, you know, that's what it is. It's, you know. So we can put his hair up, maybe turn his head this far. We can turn it back this way, too. His arms do go up. You cannot twist this up. You can twist this piece, but this up here where his bicep is, you can't twist that. It's locked in place. There's no moving it around. Tough nanny hoo-hoo. It's just how it is, guys. You can turn his arm all the way around this way, so that's really cool. He's got a little bit of a thigh swivel. Nope, actually he don't. He has just a knee swivel. The knee actually bends back about that far, so you can try to get some action poses with him. Again, you're kind of limited on how you move this figure. The wrist pieces do turn, so if you want to try to get certain poses with the Z-Saber or, you know, with hand movements and whatnot, you can twist this to kind of move it out of the way. The torso, he's got some pretty good back movement, ab crunch. He does twist and turn here as well. I think that's really about it, to be honest. There's not a whole lot of posing you can do with the parts individually. You just kind of have to make it work. So without further ado, let's get some of let's get the other two face sculpts in here, and I'll show you what they look like here. I'm just going to lean Zero back. He's just kind of hanging out in the background. There's his two other faces. You've got the yelling action face and the grinning teeth. Both faces look pretty identical as far as the eyes go. There's nothing really else to go with that. This was just how they were in the packaging. They were not painted or anything like that. So again, if you're not much of a painter, kind of like myself, then you don't have to worry about having to do that. Here's one of his Z-Sabers. This is more of the rounded edge one here. You can actually put, as far as I remember, you can actually put a battery inside, very small battery in here, and this will actually light up, which is pretty cool. I have yet to ever do it. I've never seen the batteries. I don't remember what they are. I'm sure the instruction manual will tell you, but you can actually do that. Here is his Z-Buster that he gets in X3. Well, actually, he has it in X2, but this one's more consistent with what it looks like in X3. And then he also has it again in X5, which it's kind of OP. If you play the game through again, you'll actually see that the power output of that Z-Buster is actually really good. I used to hate it when I was younger and I played this game, X5 anyway, and I thought that the Z-Buster was kind of a lame thing to put on him because I was like, it doesn't really do much. I'd rather just start off with X using the, I think it was the 4th armor that he gets. Here is the action pose Z-Saber piece, which again is huge, and it's like a vinyl plastic, so you don't have to worry about it snapping in half. Although I wouldn't test the tolerances on this thing, but it does look really cool, and it's very, very see-through blue. You got my fingerprints all over this thing, but it looks really cool though. So you can, if you can try to recreate the cover of Mega Man X3 if you'd like to. Here is the somewhat bladed version of the Z-Saber. This is more consistent with Mega Man X4, I believe, whereas in like actually 4 and 5, but 6. He uses more of like the lightsaber beam saber or Z-Saber, which is more like these, or actually more like this. So you gotta tell me, which would you like better? Did you like the Z-Saber from X4 and 5, or did you like it from 6? I mean, 3 is, yeah, I guess 3 is kind of different too. So he does have a couple different sets of hands as well. And you got the open palm action hands right here. These are all snapped together. You can see the seam right there. You just can't quite snap them all the way down. And you got the little pieces that the piece in the arm pegs into. Here you have the claw type grip hands here. Again, action poses. You could basically pull off the poses that he does in all of the X games. Well, except for the first one, because that's a rebuilt Zero right there. And there's his other hand, so he's ambidextrous with the Z-Saber. So that's pretty cool. But Other than that, oh, we've got the box art here as well. This is huge. This is a really big box here that it comes in. It's crazy how big the box is compared to what the size of the figure is. But here he is on the front here. Some really nice modern art of Zero. It looks awesome. I really like it. Here on the side, you've got Zero just standing here. That's a really tough pose to get, by the way, because of this dang foot right here. All the different facial expressions you can get from Zero as well. Everything in Japanese. It's a 1/12 scale model kit. And yeah, I mean, here's the bottom here. Same thing. His name in Japanese right there. More action poses. Front, back, weapon, which is his Z-Saber and all the different forms it showed up in. There he is with the Z-Buster. And that's really it. The box is just full of all the trees and stuff that you kind of break all of the pieces off of. Or not break, but you kind of cut and remove them and take off the nubs and whatever else, however you do it. So it's the best part about these kits is that they're pretty much for pros or novices. If you're a pro and you paint and all that stuff, you can do that. If you're a novice, more casual like I am, you can definitely get into these. They're not cheap though. I would say that for the price you pay for some of these, you could get a couple of Gunpla kits if you like Gundam, but it's Mega Man, so you're kind of justifying the price of it because you love Mega Man so much. So what do you guys think? Unfortunately, I don't have any links to this guy because, again, he's been long out of print. He's been reissued. The last time, I think it was 2022. So it's been a couple years now. So I will do my best to leave a link to... I'll leave a link to Big Bad Toy Store. They have KOTOBUKIYA model kits in stock. I believe Black Zero is also there. So if you guys buy anything from there, that would be awesome. That would really help me out, and I'd really appreciate it. So what do you guys think of this 1/12 scale red Zero? Actually, any color Zero would be awesome. Like I said, just watch out for the foot. It's kind of drooping right now as we speak. So just bear that in mind because it just might fall off. Actually, I'll give you an idea of how easy this comes off. You see that? So just a thing. I don't know if they fix it in the black model Zero yet. I guess I'll find out when eventually I do get him. We do a review on him as well. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Please check out all my socials. I will also leave down in the description. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I'm trying to do more videos at least once a week. I'm really busy with streaming, so if you want to check me out live and ask me any questions about any of the figures that I've reviewed, please be sure to give me a visit. I'd appreciate it very much. So thank you guys so much. I'm Mr. Blast, and I will catch you guys on the next video. What is he fighting for?